rooms. This nigga hot. Let me give you that money combo real quick. This is the Renegade Video Money Combo. Y'all know how it is. We got my man CP3 in here today. He played Gunman #2 in this joint. Renegade did this joint. I think we got like 13,000 views on YouTube. When we did our Spotify wrap up, we did like 522,000 or something like that. You know, we've been promoting this song for a while, and like, you know, when he used to do this out of town, he used to just kill it. But we're gonna do it money combo video real quick.
Let's do it. Definitely tune in on that YouTube.
Yo, shout out to Renegade 703. Follow him on IG, please.
Oh, come on, man. I got family, I got kids. Everything's upstairs in the closet, dog. Just take it.
Money. I love that money.
Lucas.
Money. You don't really wanna play. Money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. It's money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money's what I'm talking about. Money, make you shut your mouth. Don't never ever talk about it if you never had the clout. You don't know what to say, stay up out of my way. Cause money, make me shut them off. Keep playing with this Goonies, boy, I'm gonna have to make the call. Stay in bounds on your pivot, boy, if you gon' ball. Cause a lot of niggas be fake, and you really can't play. Cause we done got it out the mud, nigga, what you talking about? Screaming, oh my God, money got me pride. They living a lie, look into my eyes, they might seem surprised, this is homicide. We just multiply, we been on the rise. If we got some wings, fuck it, we gon' have to fly. Money's what I'm talking about. Day in my life, I take me a different route. And use all my case, niggas on my face. You can get erased, what you talking about? Money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money's what I'm talking about. You never crossing these borders. I'm whipping it up, Gordon Ramsay. I swear that I'm cooking these orders. You talk about me, you better just hope that you can just really afford it. I'm ballin', I'm winning. I'm feeling like Robert Tahori. Nigga, I'm scoring. I count in the morning. They talk about me, then I gotta ignore it. My bitches be foreign, so independent, my money be corporate. These rappers is boring. You hate me and I'm always gonna adore it. I'm smoking that soaring. She always go ahead, let me explore it. I call her my Dora. You can go and talk about me, I ain't flawless. I go put my all in. If a nigga talk about me, then I'm gone in. You know that I'm gone in. Jump in, take trips, Pompeii. All day, always keep 3 stacks like Andre. I get it, man. And you can never, ever get rid of that. So watch what you say, and watch how you do. If you playing the game, then you play by the rules. Money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money's what I'm talking about. We We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money is what I'm talking about.
So real talk, real talk. One thing I do always appreciate about how we do little is that he always gonna be. There's a lot of people out there that show hate. Like real talk. A lot of people that smile in your face, they show hate. Howie's one of those people. If he see you doing good, he gonna let it know. Like your dog, you doing good. I see your hustle. I see your grind. So I always appreciate that about you. Like, cause a lot of niggas don't do that. Like on some real shit, a lot of motherfuckers don't do that. Like a lot of people act like they cool with you, and then they be like, man, that nigga think he this, that nigga think he that. And ever since, the funny thing when we first met, I don't even think you probably remember. When we first met, you performed, we was way out. Motherfucking George had this show like way out fucking almost damn near Richmond in this little country ass joint. And the niggas got the two broads got the fighting. It was a small club, and the two broads got the fighting outside over a nigga.
Okay, I think I do remember now.
Then where the fuck we was deep in Virginia.
I think it was Richmond. Wasn't it Richmond?
Was it Richmond?
Richmond show?
It.
I wonder think it's that Richmond.
It might have been Richmond, but I remember we pulled in somebody's yard, and I was like, oh, this is like Redneck Central. Get the fuck out of here with this. And, but I remember because we drove. It might have been Richmond. It might have been Richmond. But that's the first time I met you, and that's like you were performing that night. And then like the next time I saw you, you had transitioned into hosting and managing and doing your stuff with HMN Global and stuff like that.
Right. I mean, I've always been managing. I just I had went through a flux with a couple of artists, so I was like, shoot, I'm gonna keep it moving. So I started doing my little thing, but you know.
But you always keep some talented people around,
Yeah, I try to. God put them in front of me. You know what I mean? So I make it work. Do what I gotta do.
Definitely. I remember you put it out there. I remember you had talked about this almost a year ago. You said that you was gonna be writing a movie, and you spoken into fruition.
Oh yeah.
Um,
We got quite a few. That's one of the things I'm talking about today as well.
okay, I bet.
Got a lot coming. Got a lot coming.
And who you got sitting beside you?
This is actually my oldest son. Um, he plays the younger me in Rise of the Golden Goons TV series.
Okay, all right.
Just give y'all a little history. If you haven't, you need to go check out the movie Renegade, written by Malachi Thomas. Um, I was a character in his movie, and I got killed, but I was a boss. I was like this mob boss, head of the pinnacle board type thing, and I get killed. So
You went out soft.
I did not go out. I went out. Basically, everybody can't go out like Scarface. That's all I can say. But so I just created a whole nother world, like what led me to being that boss, and that's where my oldest son come into play. You wanna tell him a little bit about you?
Alright, about my character or about
Both.
alright, so once you see the show you'll get to know Eric Bellamy, you'll get to see how he develops through being this kid that's going to school into like, you know, into his future character. If you've seen Renegade, you see what type of person he is, the mob boss, you can say, ringleader, what's up, like, depending on how you see it. So, yeah, you just get to see a different perspective of characters. So, it's a real big development, in my opinion, because the character I start off as, I'm like, real shocked by different things happening in front of me. And so, once the show progresses, you'll see that. And then, and my personal, I kind of can relate to my character, except for probably all the illegal stuff. um, but
Mhm.
everything else I could pretty much relate to, like growing up in the hood. Not really my parents dying because I got both of those, but yeah, it's a lot of things, So,
So, this your first acting role?
yeah, this is my first acting like on TV, but I have went to performing arts school since I was 5 or 4.
Oh, we ain't
Um,
gonna just skip over that. Like that's some. Y'all dudes kill me. Y'all come here. Y'all say, oh yeah, I went to perform. Like, no, that ain't something everybody gets to do.
Right,
Y'all just be skipping over like it's normal. Nah, that shit ain't normal. I can just tell you that now. So
the
you,
school closed down now, but back when I used to go there, I graduated from there. But the school, I mainly focused around the music department. But I did get into acting like when I was in elementary school. You was like not really forced, but you had to go to different classes and see which elective you wanted to pick. So when you went into middle school, you'd know which like department you wanted to go into, and so they had little plays and stuff like that. And I auditioned for one of them my 8th grade year, and I had to leave out of it even though I got accepted for like one of the roles. I had to leave because of band. Um, you know,
God damn, you was in band too.
yeah,
yeah.
marching band,
What you
section
just
leader.
what you just didn't plan on sleeping? You
Nah,
want to do acting, take band, do homework? I mean, shit.
the thing is,
That's a lot.
even now in COVID, like I force myself to be busy. I can't just stay still because I get bored like
That's a good trait though.
really easily, and so when I focus on other things such as work or like I tutor every twice a week. I go to what's it called? I go to debate every week, twice a week, and then we have tournaments
Damn.
annually in the band. But since the COVID's happening right now, we don't get to practice as usually, and so whenever I do practice, trying to practice as much as I can, along with um, doing other stuff like Twitch, YouTube, uploading every week, doing a podcast of my own. I just like to stay
Shout your
busy.
podcast out.
The podcast is called a podcast. A little play on words because the name of the group is called AP, which stands for Applied Pressure, because pressure makes diamonds, and we're gonna keep applying that pressure till we make money.
Okay. Where can they see your podcast at?
You can see our podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. Um, we record on Anchor, but it goes out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Yeah.
Anchor, Google Podcasts, and it was something else like Radio something. I don't
Radio
remember.
FM or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you'll find it.
Yeah, I do the same with these. What I do is I take the shows and I just make them MP3s and then upload them Anchor. I was doing it on my phone, but the app came out of date and that shit stopped, and I gotta do it on my computer.
Oh wow.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I recorded off the app. One thing I like about it, you could literally record with any guest, no matter how far they
yeah,
are around the world. And we've had 2 guests overseas, one in the UK and then one in Ireland. And
that's
then
dope. That's dope.
we plan on having some guests over.
And you can link it up to your Spotify. If you have like a
And
playlist, you can play music like straight off your Spotify for like independent artists. Well, I do for independent artists, but
Dope, dope.
whatever.
yeah, it's real interesting using that app. And then with YouTube, I got 2 different YouTube channels: a gaming one and a vlog one. And then streaming on Twitch. At least I try to every week.
He also forgot that he's an honor roll student. That's how he's able
Oh,
to
honor roll,
tutor other kids and get paid to
honor
do
roll
so.
student, and
Good grief.
also the section leader at Easton Senior High School, Blue and White Marching Machine.
Reads what 2, 3 different types of sheet music. Plays trumpet as well as
Sousaphone.
sousaphone.
And I'm trying to teach myself how to play piano, but since the school's closed, I can't really teach myself
Mm,
anything because I don't have access to the piano.
damn,
But yeah.
you're very creative.
And now we adding acting to the
Mm.
to the mix.
And on top of that, you get the act.
Gotta stay busy
Mm,
because there's a lot of things I could be doing outside of school that wouldn't be beneficial for me. So,
Yeah, it
that's
definitely
true.
wouldn't be beneficial to his health because I'd be the one killing.
Now, I can tell you how he's son by the fact that because you're doing so much. Like how he one of them dudes that do too much do. So I can just tell y'all related.
Man,
But that's a good thing though. I mean, I think especially in a lot of people in this whole pandemic have not found ways to keep themselves busy. Like I just had a conversation with my goddaughter. We took her to my cousin's restaurant, one of our sponsors, Queen Mother's, salute to Chef Rock out in Arlington, and she was talking, and I was just saying, she was like, "Oh, I got, I should be doing these, creating dishes," and I was like, "Well, now's the time to do it." She's like, "Oh, well, I want to wait till I get a bigger kitchen." I said, "Look,
Nah,
you gotta just take time just to do it, because we tend to talk ourselves out of stuff.
Right,
facts.
facts,
You know,
facts. All day.
you know, the easiest thing for me to do was when Rod shut down was, you know what, I ain't gonna do no podcast no more. This. Found another way,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know,
Keep it
and
moving, man.
and you got to keep it moving because, right now, especially during COVID times, a lot of studios had shut down. I would still be able to do my thing through the whole pandemic.
Yeah, yeah. I'm proud of
Yeah.
that of you, man. That's what's
And
up.
and I got good people to support and stuff.
Because the
Uh,
pandemic, like you were saying, like a lot of people just taking that time to either relax or stress out. This is the time to work on yourself. Like
Say
so,
that again, because that's probably the most important thing we'll say tonight.
it's so important to work on yourself, especially during this pandemic. Like for you to isolate yourself and then w- put yourself away from people. Like they literally have restrictions for you to go outside. So what do you do instead? Work on yourself. Invest in your own business. Like there's so many things you could do within that. Like you don't have to sit there and go, oh, I gotta hang out with my friends. I gotta do this or that. If you can't live your life by yourself or like manage your own health and grow as a person, then what's the point in even trying to live? Like you gonna surround yourself around people that most of the people even toxic. Like
so
what you mean?
so here's the thing that I was blessed with. Like when I started dealing with George and stuff like that, with Renegade, and we met George, I was able to meet people that's always doing stuff.
Right, right, right.
So like Howie's always doing stuff. George always doing, like, when you hang around people that stay busy, it make you stay busy.
Yep.
Facts.
You know, and you get like when I see one of my people's doing stuff, like I feel how we did a movie, I feel good. And it has nothing to do with being in the movie. It's just like being supportive of the people, and that make me want to do stuff. When Howie said he wanted to do interviews for us, I was one of the first people. Boom, come here.
Yep. Definitely. You was the first person. You was the very first person. Like, let's do it.
You
Yeah,
know,
man.
but when he got singers, boom, come through. Like rappers, whatever. We've always had that relationship because we push each other, and it's not a bad competition. I see he doing good, so I want to do good too.
I want to do better.
Exactly. You know.
Got to. Got
It,
to.
it's rappers out here that literally go back and forth and hate each other and all that. And like some of them would use that as fuel to promote their own stuff, and like bad publicity is good publicity because they get put out there. But at the same time, if you sitting there with people that you know and you love and care for, and y'all working back to back, um, pointing out each other's stuff, or even if you are like making like a fake beef, man, at least ride that wave. And at the end of the day, know, yeah, we still cool. Don't cross this boundary. Don't cross that boundary. And you could grow so much from that.
But
Like,
here's the thing though, they don't even gotta do a fake beef. Like if you just really support each other, like on some real stuff. I can hit Howie up right now, and I just didn't do it, but I could have hit him up with Renegade Video Drop. I'm like, yo, drop a like and a comment for me, and he'd have been like, no problem, brother. Boom.
Facts. Facts. No doubt. No doubt. My thing is, I never understood envy and hate and jealousy and none of that. I really, really, really do get hyped up about somebody else being successful, especially anybody from the DMV area. I like people that can basically get out the mud, man, and make a way and do something great for themselves, man. I'm all for
But it's true. Like when Renegade won a contest, you would have thought that he was Renegade. Sometimes he was more hyped
that.
than me. Yeah, he did it. He did it.
Yep.
I'm just calm. I'm me because my demeanor is just really calm most of the time.
Right, right,
humble.
right.
But if Renegade won, he come to yo yo yo. He one of the first people. No bullshit. There's no
Facts.
It's facts straight up. He one of the first people. If he won, he come to him, dap him up. Let me get a quick picture. You're Renegade. You did your thing. And if he did something he didn't like, he would tell him, yeah, the other song. I like the other
That's the
song
part a
better.
lot of people don't like about me.
But if but, Why not?
That's the type of
Yeah.
people
But
you
why
want
not? But
around
why
you.
not? Because if you, but if
Exactly.
you real enough, because you may say something to him that he may take differently than what I say.
Hmm.
I'm uncle, I'm manager.
Yep.
So I may be just pushing the popular shit. He may just worked on this song and he may just feel like it's the greatest song. And you may say something to him as an artist and come from a different perspective. You know what? That song was okay, but it wasn't your best work.
Right.
And he may take it differently from when you say it than when I say.
But
Cause,
see,
cause that could has happened like that.
but you know what happens though? A lot of people take constructive criticism the
The
wrong
wrong way.
way, and then a lot of people don't even know how to properly give constructive criticism. Saying something whack or it's trash or you just straight up I don't like it, this, that, and the other is not constructive criticism. Constructive criticism comes with instructions on how to make it better. You don't just tell or shoot somebody down without showing them a way to improve.
Exactly. Like,
And a
That's
lot of people
important.
don't understand that part of
Yeah,
yeah.
because if you're not giving them a way to improve, it's not constructive criticism.
it.
You
Nah,
just
it's not.
criticize.
It's just
You just
straight
criticizing to
criticizing.
criticize.
Yeah. Some people purposely go out their way to find the flaws in something compared to
They do.
trying to see the
They do.
positives in it or where it can go or the what's the word I'm looking for? Potential.
The potential of it. Yeah.
Exactly.
About like a few months ago, I was on Twitter and I said something stupid on purpose, just to see how people react. I commented on a post because a kid got hit in the head by his football coach, and a lot of people in the comment section was mad and stuff. And so I'm sitting there like, let's see what I can say and see how many people actually respond and give me like constructive criticism and try to correct my way of thinking. But instead, it was probably like 3 or 4 people that actually commented something that was beneficial to help me have a better understanding, and the rest of the people just called me stupid, all types of outlandish things and stuff like
Just
that,
straight
man. Like,
disrespect.
and so, as he previously stated, I'm an honor roll student. I'm not stupid. Like, I understood what I was saying. I'm just trying to see how many people will go out of their way to actually help me. Like,
Well,
and then even after I told most of the people my age, I'm 17 years old. You gonna sit there and belittle a 17-year-old? You probably in your mid 30s and you barely understand what you're saying to me.
let me tell you about because people don't know how to when they don't know how to react. One of the things we do on the show, we always tell people if you send me your music and we're gonna review it live on air. And I'm gonna be honest, if it's hot, it's hot. If it's not, it's not. An artist sent the music in, and he sent me his B-side single,
Wow.
and I said, "This is your B-side cut," and it was a great R&B song, and he rapped, and he ain't need to rap, and I was like, "Yo, you're a neo soul singer. You trying to spit bars that you really don't have." Obviously, this is okay song, but it's an album filler. When and how will you know this? When you know music, you be like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah, yeah.
oh, that it was okay, but I see the potential to do better." When we told him this, he got offended.
Yeah, because he
The
put
first
his
thing,
heart
the
and
first thing
soul
he said
into it.
was, "It sounds like y'all hating. How am I hating if you sent me
Wow.
your music?"
Right. You wanted
I,
my critique, and
yeah,
now you're mad at my
but people don't know
position.
how to take it, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So
definitely.
like even what you said something to see how people they didn't know how to take it. Like they didn't instead of coming at you on some negative stuff, they should see what's on your mind
Exactly.
and try to engage to see what made you think why you thought that.
Or at least try to give you their understanding of their opinion towards your opinion. Just because there's a difference in opinion
Doesn't make them right.
doesn't make them right, nor does it make you wrong. So or make you right. Just because y'all have a different opinion, y'all can come to a mutual ground and maybe see each other on different spectrums. That's why I don't even argue with people on Facebook anymore. I only certain comments people make and stuff I look at. I be about to type in what I normally would have did, and then I be like, nah, it ain't even worth it. I erase it and be like, I'm moving
Start
on.
laughing at them.
Yeah, yeah. I've been
Leave
in
it alone.
Facebook jail too many times. I'm like a veteran now. OG in the Facebook
Well,
jail.
people will do that to try to get that rise out of you.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, I had to teach, my partner CP3. He was, because he do sports and stuff, and he would get into these deep arguments with people, and even on political and sports, he would, he would really, 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 um, get into it, and the next thing you know, he in Facebook jail. and then he can't promote a big show. He can't do he can't do anything. So it's like, yo, what are you doing? What like you're hurting your brand, you're hurting business in general. And when you see the bigger picture, you know like it's a waste of time to do that. Like people like it's a real waste of time.
Okay.
So but people want you in that. People, and the thing is, people want to take you out of character. People want you to fail more than they want you to be successful.
The one
Yeah.
thing I learned, you cannot have a logical conversation with an illogical person.
Amen.
You can't. You'll waste your time trying to speak logic to somebody who's illogical. All they doing is going off emotions and their feelings. And at the end of the day, nothing ever will be resolved because they're not thinking logically.
even if they wrong.
No, no, if they're wrong, that makes it even worse because their emotions is really messed up. Now they feel stupid and embarrassed. It's the worst.
Well, some people don't like to admit that they're wrong.
Exactly.
Like admitting that you're wrong is a grown man tendency. Like you gotta be an adult to learn to admit that you're wrong. Like people, there's so many people that just want to die right. Like you can catch them with the blood, the gun, everything. And this is my baby nephew calling me right now while I'm on the air, and he does this every week. If he wasn't 2 years old, I'd really beat him up.
Oh wow. 2 years old.
Man, he calls me damn near almost every show. He calls me when I'm
Who
at
gave
work.
him the phone?
We ain't. He grabs my sister or my mom's phone, and we ain't figured out yet how he knows how to call me. He'll call me or my brother, or even call Renegade. Like he'll just
Wow.
randomly call family members, and then he'll I'll hang up on him sometimes, and then he'll call me right back.
Oh my
Start
god.
talking
How
that
is he
baby talk,
unlocking the phone?
cause it's a way if you hit like emergency,
Oh,
your
okay.
emergency contact people come up.
Gotcha.
That boy is
So
smart.
Yeah,
little kids are too damn smart
he
nowadays.
been here to be full. That's all.
Yeah, you need to go back. You need to
Yes,
go back. You
sir.
need to go back. Let me play a clip from What up, Keys? Keys the Poe. What's going on? Let me play a clip from Rise of the Golden
What
Goon.
clip is this?
Uh, let's see which one do I want to play. Not the alley clip, but the other one when he in the bed.
Okay, yeah. So this is the opening scene featuring Keith Bellamy, Uncle Pete, and Eric Bellamy.
Yeah.
Yo, Eric. Eric. Eric, wake up. Eric.
What?
It's time to go to school, man.
Don't nobody care about school. It's the last week anyway.
Well, say that to Uncle Face then.
I care. And the only way you gonna stay in this house
When you trying to relax.
if you sick or you dead. And you look healthy to me, and you damn sure ain't dead. Get your ass up, man. It's time to go.
And didn't I tell you?
Shut up.
That should be called things black parents say to you when they want you to get up. You think you comfortable? Like, get your ass up.
Well, since you played that, I'm gonna switch seats with one of the second stars of the show, Keith Bellamy. He's the younger brother of Eric, so
All right,
you can ask him some questions.
let's go.
That's a rap, man. You've been snitching on me since day one.
For real?
I'm so tired and fed up. This man's the pure definition of rat. Stay away.
What's going on, sir?
My name is Teron Lawson. I'm playing Keith Bellamy in Rise of the Golden Goons. I am Eric Bellamy's brother.
So, do you snitch on him in real life?
Nah, not anymore.
Okay. Back when I was little, I used to snitch on him like all the time. But nowadays, he snitched on me way more than I ever snitched on him ever in the past. So it's kind of funny to me because I do like the little things nowadays, and he just snitch on everything no matter what it do, what it is. I messed up a little bit, or like say like I spilled something. He go run to the closest person, or even he would text them like, "Teron just spilled something." And then I was like, Timo, I could have just cleaned it up. You didn't have to say anything. And he is still just snitch on me. But he do it because he's a troll. And he likes to troll all the time. So he can be, like, you can have, like, the most honest conversation. Say y'all talking about politics or whatever. This man will jump from talking about politics to just saying the most outrageous things. Like, I don't understand. Where do you get what you're talking about from? Like, you just come out of nowhere.
Bro, I be bored.
Like,
It's the reason I be working all the time. I be bored. You can't hear me bored because I be stuff doing stupid stuff like joking out of nowhere. Like the only times, unless I know we having like a serious conversation, like if it's like mild serious and I can turn it into a joke or something like that, I'ma do it. But if we talking about like some life or death stuff or somebody stressing out or anything that's deemed important by like the masses, yeah, I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna actually have a legitimate conversation with you. But if you saying stuff to me, or one thing I like to do with him, I like to pick with him because sometimes he be messing up with his speech, or he'll be saying something that's not even English, and I be like, because he be talking like a baby sometimes. So I got like pick with him and stuff. And
The
then
brother rivalry is real.
and then when you talking about all these ninja, but the things I be telling on him about be like the goofiest stuff. Cause he'll drop something, or he'll mess something up, and I just pick with him about it, and I'll be like, well, he dropped something, and everybody get to looking. Or he'll do something stupid, and I'll just be sitting there laughing the whole time, and they're like, what you laughing at? And I point at him. But he used to snitch on me on stuff I get beat, so that's totally different.
Okay. If we gonna talk about that, there's been times I never snitched on you and I got in trouble for it.
Uh-oh. Truth is coming out now.
Oh, we both know.
Yeah.
Both my parents already know the situation, so I'm gonna say it. So Timon, we was in the house. It was just me and my brother. We was in the house.
Uh-oh.
So we was watching Family Guy. Well, not
Nah,
Family Guy. It was American
uh,
Dad.
Cleveland show.
Oh, Cleveland Show, whatever. One of the three. So we was watching Cleveland Show, and it was a wedding or something.
Yeah,
And the short dude, he was crying for no reason. It was no reason to cry. So he grabbed.
I grabbed an empty green leaf tea bottle. I didn't even know it was heavy. I ain't know. Like I drank it all. So I was like, man, that should be so like. I threw it at the TV like an idiot.
Shut up. Threw it at the TV. TV cracked.
Nah, it didn't crack, but you know, like when the
Damn.
TV had like this little,
TV ain't cut on no
the
more.
little black lines and stuff all through it.
You killed the TV, basically.
Yeah, basically. And so
My mother
I
just
cut the
got that
TV off. I cut the TV off thinking it's gonna be messed up, and like she gonna think it was something wrong with the TV, you know. And so I go to sleep. She comes in the house,
Wakes both of us up.
wakes both of us up mad, and because the only reason he got beat, I ain't gonna lie, I lied.
He lied and I ain't snitch on him. He lied and I didn't snitch on him. Like I got put on punishment and beat because of him wanting to throw a bottle at the TV,
Hey,
and I ain't want to snitch on him.
That's brother love.
no.
I regret it now because I ain't been on punishment. Like it's so boring. Like, just sit, what do you? I don't. Okay, there's something about females that I will fully like not understand is they can be on their phones like all day, every day, watch TV all day, every day.
I can't do it.
And I'm sitting here bored. Like after like 3 shows go off, I'm like, I'm so bored. I can't do anything. Right, I just go to sleep.
You still got more of the show left.
There's some things that as a man you will never understand. And a female is one of them. Your dad can tell you like for real, get that shit up. Like trying to understand what they nope, won't even try it.
Like all the female gamers out there, big ups, man. Big ups.
I didn't know that.
I do not know.
I mean, you gotta think about it. A female could watch a cooking show and not cook. What the hell are you watching this shit for? You ain't cooking me nothing. You wanna watch other people cook, but you don't cook at home.
I'm trying to learn. Hold on.
What are you learning?
How not to burn it. It turned out and burned it. No.
You gotta think about it. A female will get mad at you and won't tell you why she's mad, but she expects you to know.
Yeah, you should know.
Why she's mad.
At this point, if y'all relationship has been pushed to a year, y'all you should know why she's mad at you.
Nah, not all the time, cause they be.
Man, you know how much random shit I say on a daily basis, insulting people, and they be like, "We mad? What the fuck are you mad about? What did I say?"
Which thing? Which thing?
Which
Please.
thing? Like I say a lot of random shit.
At that point, yeah, never mind. You said a bunch of random stuff.
I say a bunch of. I could have told you your hair looked stupid 5 minutes ago. Now you ain't think about it. Like how my hair look like a porcupine, and continue on to a whole nother conversation. But I may say six other things in between there too. You gotta let me know what you mad about.
Then I said I'm mad about that porcupine comment.
It probably is.
Okay, the thing about females is this is the one thing. They actually they hold things in for the longest. They
Man.
hold big grudges. So you could have said that, and then a year even later, she would I remember you commented on my porcupine hair, when off the subject.
I be looking like, what the hell?
Like y'all niggas argue about something else, like you ain't clean up one night. But then she go back from a year later, like you talking about porcupine haircut, and you like, what does this even match up for?
Real life, I've had females do shit like, what the hell are you talking about? You remember when you said this? It's like, yo, if it was more than a month ago, a week ago, you lucky I even remember your name. Like, get the fuck out of here with that.
That was yesterday. Come on. Today's a new day. Come on. Hey, you gotta fix this.
Yo, real talk though, but I mean, they be mad about random ass shit. So, how did you feel? How did you feel? This your first acting role?
Um, television is my first role, but I also went to the same
Dang, y'all just walk
elementary and
around
middle
just,
school.
just just in super schools and shit.
I wouldn't say that. But yeah, I went to the same elementary and middle school that he did. I started at pre-K 3, and I'm working my way up to 8th grade. I graduated 2 years ago, so right now I'm a sophomore at Richard Wright right now,
Okay.
which studies journalism, or whatever. So I'm doing journalism now.
Oh, that's
So
dope.
at my old school, I was a theater major. I was in it for 3 years, like actually just studying theater. So I know how to do makeup design, um, green screening, this stuff here, and stuff like things that do with theater, like writing scripts and all that. So it actually was good
Y'all
for
just
me.
talk about like that's some normal shit, and that ain't really normal shit.
To
Y'all just
us,
like, yeah, I
that's
know how to do theater
normal.
design, I know how to do green screen, I know like it's just some average shit that people know they don't.
Yeah.
To us, that's normal.
Yeah.
I know
This
people
is all.
when I set up like YouTube channels and stuff like that, they be sitting there so confused. Like, how you doing that? Like, how you set that up? I'm like, man, this is so easy. And I set it up in like 5 minutes. Add all the links to their socials and all that. Like, it's easy to me because I'm used to it.
Because you have a passion for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So when for me, people have called me and be like, yo, so how do you set up an internet radio station? If you want me to try to tell you step by step over the phone, it's like that's like closing your eyes and trying to put the puzzle together.
Yeah.
It's possible you could do it, but more than likely you're gonna fail.
I say most of the time you have to be in the setting.
Yeah.
You have to watch them do it, and then you do it yourself. I'm the kinetic learner. I think that's what they're called. I have to do it myself because if I
Yes.
just see you and hear you telling me to do it, when I actually get into the field and start doing it, I'm like, wait, what did he do at the start? Because I need like muscle memory. Like I need to be doing it and let it go before I even start because I don't want to mess things up. And if
Well,
I'm the little, I mess up with little things. If I mess up, I take it to heart. Like and I wouldn't say I break down, but like I have like a panicky anxiety attack or whatever. So it's weird, but
so I'm gonna play some videos real quick. Salute to my man Polo Stacks. I gotta play his new joint he just dropped. That's my dog. You know how we do. We did plenty of shows with Polo.
Oh,
Yeah, Polo done shut down the Howard Theater a couple of times. Like Polo's my dog. I had him call in on here when I started the show, and then like he had got into like a real bad accident. But I'm going. But no, he's back 100 now, and I'm actually gonna have him come out and not only do an interview, but we actually gonna have him come out to perform his latest joint 25K. So I'm playing Polo Stacks and Money Menace song. What you go by as Menace now? That's Chastity's son. That was on what the fuck was her name?
Poetic one.
Yeah. So I'm play their joints. Um, then we be right back because when we come back, I gotta ask y'all. I want to know, who's on y'all Mount Rushmore hip hop and stuff like that, and and who's on your Mount since y'all are actors, who's on your Mount Rushmore actors as well. So, yo, this is the new Polo stacks, 25K.
What's good, bro?
Just,
Shit just touched down, man.
I got some.
You at the spot? Oh, that's a bad. I'm gonna slide up on you, yeah, man. Oh, that's a bad. See you in a minute.
Put me in the game like EA. Watch me running money up like CJ. Ooh, I ain't been to sleep about 3-4 days. I just caught a nigga lagging on the freeway. I just made 25,000 when the trap put up half in the cut, gave the rest to the DJ. Big boy pack, shit touchdown. I just came to California, boss coming in with CA. Put me in the game like EA. Watch me running money up like CJ. I ain't been to sleep about 3-4 days. I just caught a nigga lagging on the freeway. I just made 25,000 when the trap put up half in the cut, gave the rest to the DJ. Big boy pack, shit touchdown. I just came to California, boss coming in with CA. Put me in the game like EA. Watch me running money up like CJ. I ain't been to sleep about 3-4 days. I just caught a nigga lagging on the freeway. I just made 25,000 when the trap put up half in the cut, gave the rest to the DJ. Nigga really street certified, nigga always been STEM. You ask my niggas out there in PA. I just wanna DC side edge, my niggas out Maryland. You can rag my niggas out VA. Big boy pack, shit touchdown. I just came to California, boss coming in with CA. Now we strong tap undercover, take a picture, plus the judge, prosecutor, steady work with the DA. Been a suicide, try steady, booty money steady coming in like a running on a relay. Really fucked up when I fucked up in the past, really trusting everyone that's trying to come up on a night. Only thing a nigga really never fucked up was the re-up in the money that was put into the pot. I'm a hard code, never trust none of these niggas. I just see their paperwork where I know they really high. I can give a fuck with a bitch nigga guy. He ain't never spent a minute, he ain't coming to the spot. Put me in the game like EA. Watch me running money up like CJ. Ooh, I ain't been to sleep about 3-4 days. I just caught a nigga lagging on the freeway. I just made 25,000 when the trap put up half in the cut, gave the rest to the DJ. Big boy pack, shit touchdown. I just came to California, boss coming in with CA. Put me in the game like EA. Watch me running money up like CJ. I ain't been to sleep about 3-4 days. I just caught a nigga lagging on the freeway. I just made 25,000 when the trap put up half in the cut, gave the rest to the DJ. Big boy pack, shit touchdown. I just came to California, boss coming in with CA. Ooh. I just came to California, boss coming in with CA.
At the bar, we drank.
I'm feeling low every time the price low. I'm feeling stuck, I be walking on a tightrope. Get in my time and let some shit go. I need some help, I need some help. Yeah, music my first love. I cheated on her with a trap though. I'm feeling low every time the price low. I'm feeling stuck, I be walking on a tightrope. Get in my time and let some shit go. I need some help, I need some help. I go to purse every time I'm feeling low. I need some help, I need some help. Wanna get this shit up, throw it on the shelf. The most underrated, youngest nigga getting paper, fed be trying to interrogate us. Once they shit sophisticated, options few, I'm done debating. Niggas food ain't fabricated, I won't be the last to make. Mama, your son got a baby on the way, and I'ma do what I gotta do, make sure she's straight. Baby bottle full of lean, ain't no little baby, bitch, I'm getting paid. Niggas hating on me, bitches in the way. Bros ain't get some stunner shade, Ferdy Cartier first. Told them that shit materialistic, what is that gon' change? Tired of the same thing, face colored diamond chains and diamond rings. When I finally get it, yeah, I'm still the same. You know, music my first love. I cheated on her with a trap though. I'm feeling low every time the packs low. I'm feeling stuck, I be walking on a tightrope. Get in my jam and let some shit go. I need some help, I need some help. I go to purse every time I'm feeling low. I need some help, I need some help. Wanna get this shit up, throw it on the shelf. I like how that J sound better, I ain't gonna hold you.
I think he did something in his first season.
Okay.
I don't know about that one either.
So we back, we back, we back, we back. We were just having an interesting conversation off air. So I give y'all a quick. We were just talking about people do some of the dumbest things and follow about. People have no idea what true power is, and when you were saying about the person in Survivor, like clearly the girl had more power
Way more
than
brain.
than over the guy who gave up his immunity. Like
Yeah.
and just to get voted off, she only lasted an extra what week, a day,
3 more days.
3 more days. So, but she had more power and mentally over him.
Yeah.
Because people we were just saying, people do.
He
You,
made dudes all around the world look bad, and even worse for all the Erics around the world. Like,
God damn.
it's terrible.
So, but people, tend to follow. Um, Let me get y'all Mount Rushmore of hip hop first, or music.
Um, okay. So some people would say that I am uncultured in that side of frame. I listen to more pop people.
I
Like.
don't care. This is your list.
Okay, okay. So my favorite person like to listen to is Ariana Grande because I just like the way how she sings. Like I like hearing like falsettos and high notes and all that. And something she talk about like there's a song called In My Head where basically that song is legit talking about how you can see somebody and like you like them for the person that you thought they were. Like you painted a whole picture of who they are, and then it turns out that they're not them, and it's a whole persona that it's a whole persona that they're putting on, and you're just falling for every little word that they say, and then they break your heart or whatever. So
Okay.
basically, that's one of the reasons that she's my favorite.
What else? Who else?
Oh, okay,
It's the
okay.
Mount Rushmore.
And then
Oh, he is
okay,
Mount
I
Rushmore.
like Shawn Mendes. I like him because I just I don't know, but I like his voice mainly. I know there's like a lot of better people than him, but for me, he's just my second favorite. He's my favorite male artist right now, and I would say my favorite hip hop rap person maybe Roddy Ricch, just because I listen to him the most out of everybody. Even though he's basically okay, I don't want to be mean or whatever, but mostly all the artists out now talk about the same little things. But so I just like his flowing better than most of the other rappers, even though a lot of people say that YoungBoy is the best artist right now. But I don't understand. Okay, I didn't listen to him for real, but the songs that I have listened, I'm like, okay, no. It's just no. I
I
can't. I
mean,
can't.
look. I will say this because one, I'm an old head. So today, culture of hip hop, I don't try to downplay. People gonna rap what they rap about.
Drugs.
However, they lack a lot of originality, as in not just subject matter, but in style.
Yeah.
Where I come from an era where I didn't want to sound like Howie, and Howie didn't want to sound like me.
Right.
You know, everybody can come out sounding like Roddy Rich, the Migos. There's no nowadays. There's no uniqueness to a flow.
Right.
When Designer dropped, I thought it was fucking Future, and and Designer's from New Jersey. He ain't even from Atlanta.
Right. Right.
But we have dudes now where it's cool to sound like somebody else.
Carbon copies.
Even Carly B when she did the Bodak Yellow, she's using Kodak's flow.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That song that blew her out actually.
It did, but it shows what this generation is looking for. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we would argue who's the best, Biggie, Jay Z, or Nas. Now you can't even really argue who's the best if everybody sounds the
Yeah, basically it's about who you just like
same.
more. I feel like nowadays people look for who looks the best when they rap
Yeah,
or how good their what's it called? How good their beat is. Because if their beat is good, then you automatically have a 10 out of 10 song, best ever
but I
made.
mean, but it's
Hobson made a joke on that.
well,
In
it's
one
it,
of his songs.
but here's the thing: people get it twisted when we think just because you make hip hop that you can't have a good beat with it.
Right.
Like you can have good lyrics and a good beat at the same time. Um, it's just
Tupac was the master of that.
yeah, it's just that nowadays people it's hard to it's hard to be creative when you can get everything in your cell phone.
Yeah.
Like I could just Google Howie Doolittle right now, and I could just write about his life without without ever meeting him, and never write about my life because my life might not have been interesting. And so I can listen to his flow, I can listen to everything, and just come out like that. And we're so overloaded with information, it makes it hard to be original.
Okay, I see as nowadays people are inspired by these old rappers, and they're all inspired by the same artists, but they never find out what their own unique style is. Literally, like they just copy from others and just try to mimic what they did and try to make it their own style, but
Yeah.
it's not their own style. They're just copy paste. Like I feel like there should be a plagiarism on music, but that can't be
Well, I
happening.
mean,
Well, they technically write their own things, but it's not the same
I mean,
flow.
you got to think about it like this. There's people that get rich off of other people's flows,
Right.
and as much as people don't want to talk about it, like Eminem. Eminem really got rich off of Redman's flow.
Oh.
The flow that Eminem, when he originally started out using,
Mhm.
it's the same flow Redman has been using since '92.
I like the slow pace.
That's one of his favorite rappers too, though.
Yes, and you can tell the influence. And even the fast, even when he rhymes fast, Busta Rhymes been doing that since about '92 as well. So they're basically he's imitating other people, but he gets away with it because he's white.
But a lot of black people do the same thing. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
They give Eminem a lot more. If Eminem was black, he would not sell like the way he did. Period.
Well, maybe because a lot of people would like. I know. I don't know a lot.
he wouldn't have got away with the content.
No.
Maybe, but a lot of people be like, that's like my black friend or whatever, like my white black friend.
Mm.
Like they associate him with being black, but he's white for some reason because the
That's
way
the
that
way
he
he
raps.
raps. Yeah.
I mean, I say it like this, and I think Eminem is very talented,
Definitely.
but he'll never be a rap god to me. And I grew up on Rakim. That's the only rap god I know. Period. Because, and this is how I judge music. Because once again, we're two different age range, so I judge music differently. The thing is, I remember when Rakim rapped, everybody wanted to be with Rakim. You know, Eminem rap, it's good music. I don't know nobody that wanted to rap like him. But that's just for my generation. You know, when Eminem dropped, and I heard "Hi My Name Is," it wasn't like I went to the booth and like, yo, I'm gonna write this joint. Hi, my name is 151. Like, no, it was dope because it was different, but it wasn't to the point. Like when I heard Rakim, it took me from hip hop to oh shit, let me say something in my lyrics. And when he made that switch, and Rakim ain't never have a 10 million sold 10 million records, but Rakim changed the game of hip hop and changed it from a hip hop, a hip to bop to saying something. And it changed the way people viewed flows. And there's a story where Marley Marl first heard Rakim and he was like, "Yo, this nigga's rhyming too slow. I don't get this." He looked at Eric B and was like, "Yo, this shit's gonna be whack." And then when the song actually dropped, "How Can I Move the Crowd" and all the stuff that he did, it changed the game of hip hop, and no one even knew it.
At this point, I feel like in life, you want to take those risks, no matter how stupid it may seem. You want to take that risk just so you can like make a change because there's a lot of people who are like stay want to live in this box or bubble
Yeah,
instead of like popping up with something new. When you popping up with something new might enhance whatever you're doing now into something greater than it ever could have been.
I think
And
so.
you could be the first to ever do that because not a lot of people can be the first anymore because a lot of stuff has already been done. So try to be spontaneous and just throw something out there.
Well, I
Just look
mean,
at
go ahead. I'm sorry.
just look at Queen and Bohemian Rhapsody. Like
That's one of the dopest songs ever.
if
Right.
you seen the movie and how like that played out, and they was talking about some this song is about to be trash. It's I think it was like 5 minute song. Ain't nobody about to sit here and listen to that for 5 minutes. You got some people who sat there and listened to it. They changed the way that rock was coming. Like you can't just sit there and go with the flow and be the exact same person over and over again.
Who the hell is calling me on the Skype line? You sure? Because I haven't activated Skype, so. Somebody's calling me on the Skype line. Give me a second. I'll activate Skype, but I didn't think I didn't give a shout out to take callers today.
That's so Skype.
Hey.
But somebody might have a question for these gentlemen. So if you give me a second and I'll activate the Skype and you can call back.
Hold on.
I said, give me a second. Let me activate the Skype line and call back. That was not a second. Let's see if you pick up. Hello? Yes. Yeah, hold on. Call back it'll come through the computer. I was activating the Skype line. So just call right back. It's up now. All right.
Yeah, the question.
You had a question.
Oh wow. Do we need to switch seats?
Hello, thanks for calling at the bar.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Cool. Who are you and what's going on?
My name is Mike Bigsby, and I've been following the whole movement of Rising of the Golden Goons, and I just wanted a question for them. What's something positive you could take away from the series?
Okay, that's a good question.
Don't do drugs. Simple. Don't go. Don't try to join any gangs. Mind your business.
That mind your business part was very, very, yes.
Learn from others' mistakes and try to blossom into something new. I guess.
Hmm,
Yeah.
cool.
The biggest thing I learned from it was mind your business, because that led into the show. Like me not minding my business.
Go to school.
And yeah, go to school. Like, get that education. Because wrong place at wrong time is a very, very true thing. Like, if you stay in the same place for too long and you not minding your business, you might get caught up in some stuff you don't want to get caught up in.
Wrong place, the wrong time.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, we got a new guest up on here. Introduce yourself, young man.
Yo, so I'm Antoine Evans. I played Jeremy on Rise of the Golden Goons, and I'm proud to be here.
All
I'm
right.
man's friend,
Can
right?
can you answer the question that the gentleman just stated?
What's one thing I would take away from this? Like you said, mind your business. If he would have never stood right there, if he would have never stood right there and just stared at him, you could have been like me. I ran away. I got out of it. You could have
I
kicked
was
toes
falling
too.
in love and stuff.
But yeah, just mind your business. Crazy things will happen.
So, in Rise of the Golden Goon, we never got to your top five. We're gonna get that in 1 second. The premises, because it's basically like a prequel to his character in Renegade. Um, I know from previous experience, because in real life experience, Renegade's father, my brother, has been in the streets. And he's been incarcerated for that as well. Like how the easy you just said just to walk away. Me and my brother was raised in the same house. It's easier said than done.
Facts.
It is. Yeah, I know what you mean. My little
Especially
brother.
in this scenario.
Let me tell you, I just came from my dad's girlfriend's house. Her daughter, man, put me through the ringer, bro. Every time I turn around, she's right there. It's crazy. And then my little brother, I love him. I love him, but they're just annoying. I'm pretty sure y'all two be having arguments, but it's
Not
tough.
as much. Not
Like you
as
say,
much.
easier said than done.
Because when you want more, and then and then you find a way to get it, and it may not be the right way. Like I grew up in an era of free cheese and food stamps, but people wasn't in. And Howard can tell you, back in the day, people wasn't pulling out EBT cards and celebrating. Like if you had food stamps, you waited for your friends to leave the store so ain't nobody know. Like real talk.
Yes.
This is one of the reasons why my brother really hustled, because we was poor. We lived in subsidized housing. You know, that's just a fancy word for you stay in a nice house, but you don't pay for rent. You stay in sophisticated projects, and it's it's a difference. Like, when you put out the funny money, you don't want to do that in front of your friends. And the 7-Eleven dudes don't care; they'll embarrass you. Oh, that ain't cold food, that ain't hot food. You can't get that. You on food stamps. So, like growing up poor is something totally different. And like I said, me and my brother, same household, but I've never hustled. He did. And it's easier said than done. Like, if we all can walk away, but the difference is it's hard when,
That's all you know.
yeah, it's hard when you go back to school and all your friends got Jordans.
But I don't really care for that.
Yeah, me, I'm not really the one to stand out. I'll wear what I got.
Like,
But not every, and that's how I was. But not everybody's like that. You know, there's some people that like to have the popular sneakers. I've never owned a pair of Jordans a day in my life. I mean, I'm not gonna pay $200, $300 for some shoes when I could buy equipment.
see, I ain't saying
But that's me.
wear Jordans. I said I wasn't getting new ones. Like, give me some Jordans, but I ain't getting a new pair.
I'm a
in
Knicks
my mind,
fan.
it's a waste
That's
of money.
materialism, man. I'm not
Yeah,
materialistic.
like, I feel like it's a waste of money. Like,
I mean, sure, it's good to have things like that, but what's the purpose?
because you could get some shoes, and if the shoes still work, they functional, they not ripped or like messed up or any sort of way, like they might just be dirty. You can clean them and they look brand new. Man, I'm gonna keep wearing those shoes. Like,
Man, I should have bought you some Payless shoes.
I ain't say all that. I ain't say all that.
Now he changing up. Now he changing up.
I didn't say all that.
Now he changing up now. Now
Yeah, he
he.
got you there. Got you.
Cause those shoes those shoes run down real fast. And we need a new pair of shoes.
That's what you think.
So we about to play the alley joint. We about to play the alley scene. And then when I come back from this, I need your top 5 and I need his top 5.
Yo, Aaron! Why didn't you run, man?
He saw me. I know he saw me.
Yo, who the hell was he?
I don't know. You think on Kim Jones? Let's go see. On Kim! On Kim!
Police.
On Kim!
What the hell? Why the hell y'all banging on my door like y'all the damn police? What?
We
What?
saw
What's
someone die in
wrong?
broad daylight.
What? Where?
There's a dude with gray patches. He had a girl with him.
Oh my God. That's Smoke. My ex used to run with him.
He saw my face.
He saw your face. Oh my God. Smoke, let me tell y'all about him. I got Smoke this black off for this, y'all. He is dangerous. He is not to be played with. That nigga right there, he would chop your motherfucking fingers off, any body part, whatever you did, whatever your crime is, that's your punishment. Y'all better, oh my goodness. Man, that nigga Smoke, he crazy. Come on, y'all, get your ass in here. Come on, get up, let's go. Come on, no he not.
Me saying it is so low, and then when you hear it say no, it's not. Like the first few times I said, like, what did I say? What did he say? Because at first I forgot I even said it, and so like listening to it over and over, like I hear it, I be like, oh, that's what I said. You gonna kill me? And she was like, no, I'm not. So I'm like,
Yo, the funny thing is, there's always that aunt. Like, you like, we need to get inside. She's like, I'm gonna smoke this black and mild first. And then she gonna tell you all the bad shit that's gonna happen. And then like, okay, now we can go inside. You could have told me that inside.
Now they know where we live.
The funny thing is that you always see people that you know in real life and shit like that. Like there's always that type of aunt that does that or cousin. You're like, yo, I need to get inside. Why are you giving me a sermon outside? And then when you probably go inside, you're going to give me the same exact sermon anyway.
People repeat the same thing over and over again, but they word it different.
Yeah.
And they don't even realize it themselves. It's annoying.
Oh, it's different. Oh, it's different.
You're saying the same thing.
You right.
So give me your Mount Rushmore, man. in music?
Cause he raps as well. Give
Yeah, I
me your
rap.
synopsis, man. I don't know you rap, no, like this.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. You know, I was gonna make my joke. How you ruin my joke? I was gonna
Oh,
punk and he lit. Give me my top five. I was gonna say number one, me. But you ruined that.
Stop that. That's not a joke. So I'm gonna tell you why. So this is why I always tell artists: if you ask me my top five favorite artists, I'm gonna tell you, and my last one is always gonna be me. Like if you're not a fan of your own music,
What's the point of putting your music out?
exactly. Like you have to be your number one fan. If I ask you your top five and you're an artist and you give me all these other artists and you never say yourself, I'm gonna be like, yo, you gotta believe in yourself.
I definitely do.
So
You know,
go ahead. So I wouldn't even take that as a joke. I would take that as confidence.
All right, so probably number one, Galaxy Juice World. He's a big inspiration to me. You know, most of my music is based off him. Not really based off him, it's like his type of style. Number two, have to go to Eminem. I like his wordplay. You know, they say he's one of the best wordsmiths out there. Number three, that's between you know who XXXTentacion is.
Damn, I look that old to you, nigga. Yeah, I was. We was there.
So
We was in.
X,
We was in Miami like the week we came back is the week he got killed. No bullshit.
that's crazy. So that would be X and Ski. You know Ski Mask?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be them two. You know, I like how they get hype and stuff because you know I like to make hype music myself. And then me.
Okay.
You know,
So when you gonna send us some music?
once I get to the studio, because you know we already recorded the rough drafts, so we gotta get it all mixed and mastered. You know, I want to redo some of my verses too. So yeah, that's definitely gonna come out soon.
Okay. All right. All right.
oh, if you didn't know, that's Fat Coogie's son.
Yeah,
Okay.
the dude who called him. No, that was my dad.
I know him too. I know him too. Definitely. 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 So you come from a music background.
Hmm.
So when you release your stuff, it's gonna be on what?
We probably doing everything, you know, Spotify, YouTube, all that, all the big, you know, stuff, so everybody can hear it.
Who you gonna use for digital distribution?
I ain't think about all that stuff.
Probably DistroKid.
DistroKid 5.
Probably.
DistroKid is popping right now. We've been on DistroKid for a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna, you know, go through all the options.
Yeah, I mean this. You know, you got TuneCore. You got. So let me just give you some free game. For real, for you to even if y'all really, and if your song is actually on, like Rise of the Golden Goons, and he submits it on Amazon and all the other stuff, for you to really like, we did a song for Boss years ago, for the movie Boss, and we didn't do the paperwork right. So we would have did the paperwork right. Every time someone plays Boss and his song plays in the movie, we'd be getting paid off of it. But we didn't do the paperwork right. So you need, for one song, you need three copyrights. You need your lyrics,
Hmm.
you need the beat copywritten, and then you need the composition, which is actually the song and the lyrics together.
Yeah, so for the stuff that I got right now, I already got. I make all my lyrics, and we already paid for two of the beats, so
Okay.
we already got that down pat.
So long as you have like your copyright, that way, so it like if you license your song out to, there's a lot of independent movies out there, and then there's a lot of avenues with Hulu and all this independent movies and stuff that you can do. One of the things is we were coming back from Texas 2 years ago, and I sat down. I met me and Renegade was at a bar, and the guy name is Wendell something. He's on my Facebook, but he scores movies for Netflix, and we had got money, and we were just been playing it, but I didn't pay for the beat for money yet. And he sat us down, and we drinking, and he's like, oh well, you know, I like the song. He said, but this is what I do. I score movies, this, and he was like, if I wanted to use that in a movie right now, could I? And I had to answer him truthfully, no. I said I don't own the right to the beat. And I still keep in touch with him. Like I see what he do on Facebook and stuff, and I like his stuff. But that conversation made me realize if you don't have your business in order, you'll miss out on opportunities.
That's what my dad been telling me. You know, he been getting on me.
Yeah, and he's right
I know.
because a lot of our generation we ain't know. So the biggest thing is to pass that to pass the information on because y'all have a lot of advantages that we didn't. Like, you know, in '96 wasn't nobody talking about Pro Tools and having a home studio. And if you did a home studio, you would have to spend at least $30,000. Period. Nowadays, you can get $5 grand and make a whole album if you know what you're doing with your Pro Tools and stuff. Um, Simple, you know. It's just easier to do now, but
But I
we
think
try to.
that made it oversaturated.
It does because still a lot of people, and you know this from when we listen to music for the site and also a lot of people don't even know how to mix their music. They don't. They think I just hit record, I'm good, and it's a finished copy, and it ain't. Um, but it's just you have just a lot more opportunities to do things with your music that we didn't have. Like you ain't gotta go two, 3 trips to to such and such studio, and then you gotta make sure you buy your DATs off these niggas and have all this stuff. Like now, y'all could literally record in home, boom, 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 and put it out. But if you're gonna do it, just do it the right way,
I was
so that
gonna
you can
say,
generate.
nowadays I can just go down to my man's Michael house. He got his own home studio.
Yeah,
Yeah, we recorded some songs ourselves. We just gotta get the files back.
definitely, definitely. Like Renegade took all my old equipment and he records himself.
Mm-hmm.
We had a conversation. He was like, "I want to go to Midi East." Pulled up on the board. I said, "I own that. I own that. I own that. If you want to go to Midi East, you can go on your dollar. You can go on your dollar. I'm not gonna pay them for something I already own. The trackboard was $2,000. The Pro Tools was $1,000. At this point, nigga, you need to watch YouTube and learn how to mix. Like, and he went there with his friends. They all chipped in, and then he found out he knew more than the engineer, and he just realized he wasted so much money.
He had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Sometimes people gotta learn
Mm.
like that though.
True indeed. True indeed. So what's your top five?
So my top five, there might be some artists a lot of people wouldn't know.
It don't matter. It's your top five.
NF, Hobson,
I ain't heard Hobson in a while.
yeah, he been gaining.
I like the COVID management one. I like that one.
Okay.
I want to say Honya. It's either Honya or Eminem.
John?
Jonya, Honya. I'm gonna say Jonya because everybody says Jonya, but dudes mixed with Latinx, so I say Honya. Just the name, man. So, and then number five, I'm gonna have to say.
He's thinking real hard about this. You
His
can't
dad.
say his name.
That wouldn't be a bad answer neither.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Heroin.
I want to say he mainstream blue, but I'm not really sure. I'm gonna just say what's his face, Tech Nine, just cause. I forgot.
Tech Nine, yo, real talk. Tech Nine has literally been out since
Forever.
ever.
It's like the 80s.
Like I remember Tech Nine like ads in the was it Double XL in the Source magazine.
People still don't even know about Tech Nine too. That's the crazy
Tech
part.
shit. Tech Nine makes so much money, ridiculous. He makes money off of his tours. He makes money off his merch. They have a warehouse. Him and the people he partnered with, they have a warehouse, and they make just as much money off the merch from the tours. Like real talk, they're like Tech Nine. Um, he sold over 1 million records independently, and never really leaving the Midwest. He goes from Midwest, to the West Coast, whatever. But yeah, Tech Nine, he even comes down here. He does shows. You just gotta catch him when he comes down here. During non-COVID season. But he his grind and his hustle. Like I was never a fan of his music, but then when I learned about all the stuff that he did, I was like, yo, his hustle is mean. Like real talk, people don't understand. I was never a big fan of Waka Flocka's music. His hustle though, when Waka Flocka was like, yeah, I made 250,000 selling T-shirts at my shows. Oh, I'm a fan now because you just said something that was interesting. So on top of getting paid for your show, every show that they paid you for, you sold your own merch and you printed your own merch, and from that you made $250,000. On top of probably getting paid 10 bands a show.
Can't hate the hustle, man.
You can't. You gotta let it hustle because you gotta know how to work it. You know, I like the fact that y'all all came in here with Rise of the Golden Goon shirts on because it shows the hustle. you have to promote your brand. If you don't promote your brand, you can't expect other people to promote your brand. No one's gonna do it for you. You know, when I'm here, even though I'm not on camera, I have an at the bar T-shirt on. I don't expect nobody else to wear it, and I've sent it out to people, you know. But at the end of the day, it's my brand. And if I ain't wearing it, then you can't expect nobody else to wear it. You know, 50 Cent said the craziest thing. He said the realest thing. He said at one point the G Unit members were getting checks for wearing G Unit sneakers. And when he looked down one day and he saw no one had G Unit sneakers on, he canceled their checks. And they was mad about it. I heard Young Buck in an interview on Vlad TV. He was mad about it. Well, you know, bruh, you gotta represent the brand, especially if you're getting paid for it. They paying you just to wear some sneakers, whether it's popping or not. They sending you a check to wear these sneakers, whether they ugly or not. They're paying you to do this.
If you don't like it, just cut the deal.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they did. They cut his check.
No, I'm talking about if you don't like the sneakers, just cut the deal. Like people that's not wearing them. Like if you don't like the sneakers, just say that and be real about it.
But then they got mad when the money stopped coming in.
If you got money online, you ain't gonna do that.
But they the ones that ruined the money for themselves.
But they still got the.
But people have to look at it like that. People don't look at it that I ruined it for myself. People look at he took money away from me.
Taking money away from my kids. I'm getting hungry now.
But you weren't wearing the sneakers. But you hungry.
They should have worn the sneakers, man.
See, here's the thing. You can't talk about I want the movie to be good, but you ain't wearing the shirt.
Or promoting.
You know, one of the realest things is when we had the spot we was in last, Howie, on Rise 95, there was a kid that came in, no lie, and he said, I'm a rapper, I'm a clothes designer, I'm this, I'm that. And I was like, cool. Where the clothes you design at? He said, I said, you wearing it? He said, nah. I said, so you wearing other people's stuff, but you a clothes designer. So he was like, you know me, I'm gonna be real with him. I was like, are you here by yourself? And he was like, nah. I said, who with you? He said, my father, he's my manager. I said, go get your father real quick. He went and got him, and I said, so let me get this straight. He a clothing designer, he designs clothes? He was like, yeah. I was like, he designs clothes? He was like, yeah. I was like, are you sure? He was like, yeah. I said, so why ain't he wearing them? I think he was auditioning for the Titan Arts Awards. And I was like, so why aren't you wearing them? And he was like, well, you know, I told him, I said, if he gonna leave with he a clothing designer, he should have on his clothes. And, you know, they felt kind of embarrassed. And I wasn't even trying to be an asshole about it, but I didn't have to call Howie to say, y'all all show up in Rise of the Golden Goon shirts. Real talk. Y'all uniformed out. That's what you're supposed to do. It's a business at the end of the day. You know, I watched his page enough to know that there was a movie coming out. This is what it is. Boom. The first thing he said when he got out the car, yo, I gotta get you a shirt. First thing he said, even before he said hi, I gotta get you a shirt. Real talk. And because he knows I'm a rock and I'm a wear it regardless. But that's how you have to be. You gotta have that hustle in. And a lot of people don't. You know, you can't expect to sell 1 million CDs if you ain't selling one. People be like, I want to sell it, but did you promote it?
Did you go out and hustle?
Exactly.
There's people that sit there and eat off your table. You feed them the entire time, and then when it's time to go to work,
But they too lazy to put the work in themselves.
Say that shit again.
like you can literally invite somebody. Say you're the king of the world. You invite somebody to eat at your table. Give them the best meal ever. And all they have to do to deserve that meal is go out and work. And it's not even long either. It's probably like an hour or so. Go work and build this house for me. Go do this. Go do that. Something. And I'll give you like the best meal ever. Or most money ever, you know? And they sit there and be like, man, but I already done got here. Well, not you give them the money or give them the food, and then they wouldn't go do the other thing. And so it's like, how you expect me to continue to pay you or continue to help you, and you're not even trying to help yourself? How am I gonna feed you and you're not even prepared to eat? All you had to do is bring your knife and fork. You ain't even bring that. All you had to do is bring your music. You ain't even do that. I got the producer right here, the publisher. We ready to mix and master all that. All you had to do is bring your music. All you had to do was promote. You could have been a millionaire yesterday.
And that's what mine is. You always gotta be ready. Like one thing that he said, mind your business, but you always gotta be ready. Like how he said, you never know you have an opportunity where some big mainstream producer comes up to you. You know, you tell me you're a rapper, like let me hear some of your stuff, but you don't remember nothing. You gotta remember almost everything you write.
Be ready to freestyle.
Success,
Know that?
success is something a lot of people want, but a lot of people ain't ready for. A lot of people talk that good game. I want to do this, but when you show them what it takes to be successful, that's hard. I don't even want. They start throwing their hands up. They start giving you a million excuses. Like real talk.
Like,
I remember when Howie said, "I'm going to write a movie." I remember him putting it in existence. I remember him talking about it, and now it's here. Now we sitting with the cast of the movie. Like I remember when he did Renegade. Speaking of that, let's play that clip.
Nice segue.
Oh, it's an actual movie?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna play some of it then.
Yeah.
Because you don't get to do this all the time because a lot of people can't get the rise of
Boy, I got you, man. What are you doing, man? You got the wrong person. Oh, nah. I got the right person.
So you see, there's no point in acting dumb or trying to bullshit me, because I know all about you guys. And if it wasn't for that Houdini escape act that Jacob Ripper pulled 5 years ago, his ass would be locked up for life. So all I want to know is, how'd y'all help him escape? Because I had him.
Damn. Maybe you're just not that good, Sergeant.
Oh no. I've heard stories about the Reapers and how good you all are. I've been after you too. But I had him. And I know he just can't.
All right, that's a little bit from the Renegade movie that Howie Doolittle was in, and I saw you promoted the hell out the movie, your role in it, and then now you're taking it to another level with making a movie.
Yep.
Like, so was that your first acting experience?
Yeah, I mean, outside of the music videos, that was my first time actually having a script and having to go off script and play a role like that. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's crazy how it all came together because Malachi he used to work with me at Metro Access.
Okay.
And the first thing was he was like, I'm putting together this movie, and he sent me the script or whatever, and I sent it off to Earl Wayne, my cousin.
Yeah.
And he originally was like, I want to play Cassius. I didn't even read the script yet or nothing like that, right? So I told him, my cousin said he interested in playing Cassius. At the time, I guess somebody else was supposed to do that role or whatever. and he was like, "Man, I want you to play Shocker." He told me all but he wanted me to play Shocker. Um, so I'm like, all right, cool. So like I said, I haven't read the script and nothing. Like I'm just down to help. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I'm with it. Never act before for real. Never did no plays, nothing like that. So um, turned out my cousin Earl Wayne ended up having like a really bigger role than me in the show or whatever. But with the character I played, I was just bossed up, like straight up bossed up. Yeah, he had us in we wearing these yellow bandanas and stuff like that. But I had the suit on with the yellow tie, whatever. So I kind of like set myself a little bit differently. So when it came time to me, my character, I got killed because I was a boss or whatever. The guy Malachi, he killed me. Y'all definitely need to watch that movie to get an understanding of where Rise of the Golden Goons come from. So once I got killed, I'm like, yo, I want to know more about my character. You know, like so I went to Malachi like, yo, you going to say anything else about my character? He was like, no. So I was like, man, this character I am is interesting to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, why is he the boss at this table? Like I want to know more. So you know, being as though Timon has always been like my mini me. So I was like, man, now he's of age or whatever, and I can do a little bit more as far as with the acting stuff. So I was like, you know what? So I went to Malachi and I was like, yo, you mind if I write up some stuff on there? Because I came up with the whole Golden Goons.
Yeah.
Because at the time, we just had the yellow bandanas or whatever like that. And I think originally, me and Coogee, we were sitting in the car with one of the other guys that died in the scene. I died. We was talking about Rich Gang or something like that. And I was like, this wasn't catchy enough for me. So I was like, man, we gold and yellow, gold. There's something about that. And I was like, Golden Goons. So, but being as though I'm a loyal dude, you know what I mean? I didn't want to exclude Malachi from the story. So I was like, you know what? I went to Malachi. I was like, you mind if I do a prequel? You know what I mean? Because I could have just straight went Golden Goons, did my own thing,
Yeah.
type of thing. But I'm like, nah. I incorporated him, and that's where it birthed from, and I'm gonna keep it that way. You know what I mean? If any financial stuff come from it, I'll make sure I take care of him. I'm just one of them dudes. So he was like, sure. You know what I mean? Him being a good dude himself, he could have been like, nah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You can't do this, that, and the other. It's my character. You know what I mean? So it all worked out, and we've been working together. And as the story grows, like I say, this is, and a lot of people got the misconception that it's a movie. It's actually a series.
Yeah.
It's going to be a TV
Okay.
series. And at one point in time, we was battling with turning it into a movie, and ultimately we decided on a series because of my kids.
Yeah.
My kids was like, nah, people more so because of the youth thing.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. A web series gets you hooked.
Yeah. And the fact that today's society is more microwave.
Yeah.
So they're more likely to watch a 20-minute episode
Definitely.
than a 2-hour movie or a 3-hour movie. Something they never seen before. You know what I mean? So it made more sense once. Cause I listen to my kids. They give me insight on, because a lot of times us older folks, we get a little bit more disconnected from
True.
what's hot now.
Yeah.
Compared to what we feel as though was hot in our day. So I tend to fall back and like, okay, let me listen to the youth. Let me see, because they are the future.
Definitely.
They are the
Definitely.
future, and and I'm gonna always put this piece out there. Being as though my kids were going to performing art schools, pretty much their whole elementary life and all that, right? When the time came for them to go to Duke Ellington, they got denied. They got denied. Talented as they are, grades, all that, they got denied to go to Duke Ellington. So, it worked. God works in mysterious ways. My oldest son ended up playing for the marching band at Easton. Blue and white marching band, been winning trophy after trophy for the last what 10 years or whatever. He been doing it since he was in the 8th grade. So it ended up working out. He ended up going to my alma mater, my old high school.
Okay.
And then because he and I kind of understood why they didn't take him for trumpet. He only had really a good year of learning how to play trumpet. So I was like, all right, cool. But then when they dissed my youngest son, who's been a drama major pretty much since pre-K 3, I'm like, oh hell no! I know he know how to act. I know he knows his stuff. So for y'all to do that, y'all missed out. Y'all just missed out on the next Denzel. Y'all tripping. So it just really pushed me to. I'm like, I'm gonna get my kids in this joint. They're gonna be stars. We're gonna build. And and another thing that really something that was for me was, if you know, I've always invested and put a lot of energy into artists.
Yes.
Leo,
Yeah.
Coogee,
Definitely.
Easy Boss, Pearl Wayne, you name it, Lady Love,
Lady
all
Love.
that.
Yeah.
So it was I had to reflect because I had a little oust with Leo the artist, to the point that me and him not even working together right now or whatever. It kind of ghosted me, and I groomed the hell out of him.
You did. I remember.
And, so I had to take a step back. I said, you know what? It's time for me to start investing in me, investing in my talent, where I'm strong at, and what I do the best. And I've always been writing pretty much damn near all the music videos you ever seen me put out. I scripted them or directed them in some way, shape, or form. And everybody always just say they look like little mini movies. The way your scripts is, the way they structure, they're like little mini movies. So I was like, you know what? Let me take this next step. And I teamed up with one of my best videographers in Shorty, and man, the rest is history, man. I got about 8 movies ready to drop on y'all. Y'all just don't. I'm telling you, I got some hearts coming y'all way, man. It's so much more. I got comedies, everything.
You know, the one thing I will always admire about you is that one, you always been fair with your artists, and then you as a and I because I see you on a different asset, on a different light.
Right.
You always been about your kids too.
Oh yeah.
You know, as a father, you've never shied away from your kids and backing your kids, and I think that's a great thing because a lot of fathers don't get a lot of love for the stuff that they do.
Yeah.
You know, and then I always seen that you always wore different hats. Like, you know, there was a time, and I remember you came there as a manager, and I ain't gonna say no names, but the host who was supposed to host the show didn't show up, and
Right.
and he was like, "Don't worry about it, we got this," and then you wound up hosting the show at Club Live.
Yep. Club Live, yep. I mean, like, one thing about me, and I always used to tell people, like, or I tell people this still to this day, that if I was a mutant from X-Men or something like that, my ability would be to enhance your powers. Like if he shot laser beams out his eyes, if I'm next to him, he'll be shooting cannons or something, like just straight up blowing everything up. Just like that's just always how my energy rolls. You know what I mean? That's why people gravitate to me. I support people. And I've been like that even before I got into music. Before I even thinking about music, I've always liked creating or being the first to actually like you say Eminem or whatever. I was that dude in the hood when it wasn't cool to rap Eminem.
Okay.
I was that dude in the hood that everybody wasn't even messing with Juvenile. You know what I mean? I was that dude when Trick Daddy was just getting started. Talking about back in the day, it wasn't no 8Ks, more afros, the braids, wasn't nothing for a boy to wear straight fade, but not no more. Nigga done twist up the fro, let it lock and grow. Like, I was that dude. You know what I mean? So it's just something about me. You know what I mean? I've always been that dude. Like, even if you was one of the homies trying to get some pussy, I was just happy he got some pussy. You know what I mean? Like, I was just always that dude. I never had that hater in me. Like, homies come over, bro. You know how you
I've never
try to hook up one of your homies and go take a chick to his house and you like, man, you gonna let me hit too? I've never been that dude. You know what I mean?
I would say this, my personal experience, like I said, and I said this earlier, like from personally, I know when Renegade won, you was just as happy as I was.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he was always one of the first, or if not the first, you know, when he got on stage to congratulate him or when he was announced.
Man, you hot. I gotta make sure you know. You know what I mean? Like,
but a lot of people don't do that though. Let's keep
yeah,
that real
definitely,
too. Let's keep that real because there's a lot of people. We all vote on that same van. We vote on that same bus, or we went to that same show, and say shit.
You know what? Even me supporting people, they can't take it. They don't understand it. They think it's borderline me having something because they not used to genuine love. It's weird. It's really weird.
People aren't used to when you're creative, so and you're right, they aren't used to genuine love. They don't know how to process that. That is correct.
Yeah.
So I thought like one of the things I thought was very creative when we did at the space was you did a night of R&B.
Oh yeah.
Because no one had did that. No one had used it. No one even thought the and it was sold out, by the way. Standing room only.
Yeah, we had a good time. Man.
We had a good. I engineered that night.
Yes, you did. Yes.
You know, but it was but it turned out great, and it was standing room only, and we filled that place up. Like, but I saw the work you were putting out.
Man, for allowing me to even birth that idea as well.
But it was but the thing is, no one thought about using the space like that for that. That it's easy though. We can all throw a hip hop concert. You went left, and you created something. I was like, oh shit, that's dope.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
But having the courage to do that, and it also takes courage to tell somebody, yo, dude, you did a good job. A lot of people don't want to say that. A lot of people will watch you do good, and just still walk out the door.
Or be secretly wanting you to fail.
That's true too.
Secretly wanting you to fail.
If they ain't with you, then they don't want to see you up there.
But before I forget,
and as a young rapper, just understand you're gonna get a lot of that.
Before I forget, I want to one up this dude right here, man. I was literally just talking to his dad earlier. He is a natural actor, right? Like working with him was so easy. And I don't know if it's because he came up in the same performing arts school as them as well. But
when you dealing with like-minded people, it makes it easy for you.
Man, he made it
when
really
we first started
easy.
this, I wasn't really feeling it. But you know, as we kept on going, it started to get more fun. You know, I was like, okay, I can do this. I didn't expect me to be. I'm trying to hold myself here. I didn't expect to know how to act. So it's crazy, but I'm thankful that I had this opportunity right here.
So I want to quote this because he just showed me. It says, "Surround yourself with people that challenge you on how to think. Not people that nod their head and act like they agree with you, but those people that cut you open to not those people that will cut you open to watch you bleed. You know, when you surround people that make you think, it's something. It makes you do better. You know, and I'll tell you this. So the next time y'all come, we have a separate camera, and that spot over there is reserved for people to perform.
Hey.
So when your music is ready, you got an invitation, open invitation.
You let them know your rap name?
Oh yeah, I am Ant. You know, I am Ant. Some people think it's Iron Man.
Okay.
This is I am Ant because you know my name is Antoine. So.
Okay. All right. Bad. Dude, when you ready, come through.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely set it up. I'm definitely gonna keep that note in, man. Like,
you know, because I can tell you, we support each other over the years.
No doubt.
You know.
No doubt.
One of the realest conversation, and this is how really this is how real me and Howie conversation gets. When he was first debuting Leo the Artist, right? And he put him on Eddie Kane show. And when I saw Howie, I was like, yo, why you put him on Eddie Kane instead of coming to us first? And Howie was like, well, you know, Eddie Kane got this. And I was like, all right, cool. But it was a real conversation. He didn't even get offended I called him on it. And he answered, and the way he answered was like, oh, I can fuck with Howie. Because he answered a real live answer. He ain't bullshit me. He was like, well, you know, Eddie Kane got this. You know what? You right.
It can't matter. It's the truth.
And there's no slight to Eddie Kane. But he was right. He was 14-time award winning. he did have a bigger audience, and he was. And when I saw Leo perform the night of the show, I was like, yeah, he was right to go there first.
I mean,
But
Leo's still a dope artist, man. Don't nobody ever get that twisted. Leo is definitely a dope artist. Whatever he's going through in his growth, you know what
it
I mean?
happens.
I wish him the best. Who knows? You know, the door's still open. We ain't go to blows or nothing like that. But he just got some growing to do, and maybe one day you'll
He young.
hear some new product from Leo the artist. But won't be on my dime. I tell you that much. You can only fuck over Howie one time.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
You get one time. Once you show me your ass, nigga, you might as well keep it moving, cause that's it for me. And I'm like that, cause I gotta guard my heart.
Thank you for coming.
Hey, hello? Yo, I got a question for Howie Doolittle.
Yes, sir.
This Fat Coogee, man, I want to know why I keep getting killed in all your movies, man.
Technically, you didn't get killed in. You got killed.
I'm tired of dying, man.
Too. Think about even around there's gonna be some Easter egg stuff when y'all watch it. It rides. Man, I played multiple roles.
Why I keep dying.
I didn't.
So the next time you put him in a movie, though, you gotta make him live through the whole movie.
I don't even know why he called, because I literally just talking to him about the horror flick that I'm doing. He plays a lawyer.
So on air, he survives the movie.
Yeah, he survives the movie Water. Yes.
Are you sure? Black people don't got a good record in horror flicks.
Nah,
we tend to go out early.
He survives in Water. He survives.
Yeah, man. Hey, but now, you know what, dog? Like I tell Howie all the time, I'm proud of him, man. And he motivation, like he really put it out in his back and carried it, man.
True. I think it's a good testament, like, cause I remember when y'all was performing together, like that you support him and y'all still grinding, like that is motivation right there.
Yeah, that's my brother. We family, man. This ain't just music. We family. And we actually met through our kids.
What?
Yep. They both went to the same school. I just told you. Going to elementary school. Same situation.
Oh shit. Damn. They
met through the kids, but blossomed through the music.
Definitely.
Still going, man. Like, I literally started in the music game back in 1999. And I mean, not 1999. I'm tripping. I started in 2009. I'm tripping. 2009. Got in the game 2009 due to my co-founder, Kissy Face.
Yeah.
Shouts out to her. Started off, doing blogs on MySpace. Next thing stopped doing them, but I copied them. I copied a lot of my blogs, a lot of my sayings from off of MySpace. So Kissy Face was like, why don't you write some songs? I'm like, no, I don't know about no music. I ain't never think about rapping, music, nothing. So she's like, you ain't even gonna try. So you know how females give you that. You ain't even gonna try. You ain't gonna make an attempt. You just gonna give up type of look. And I was like, well, shit, you really feel that strongly about me doing it. I wrote a couple songs. People was digging it. And here I am now.
Bet.
I am now. But yeah, man, anybody interested, like I say, in getting some merchandise from Rise of the Golden Goons. Definitely get at untroubled candy underscore. Um, and get at her, DM her, or hit me up on Rise of the Golden Goons, and I'll link you to her on Instagram. Definitely check out that trailer on YouTube. If y'all watching, definitely check it out. We got new trailers coming real soon. The actual TV series will be hitting Amazon Prime first.
That's a bet.
In the either between the end of May or early June. We're going to be on Amazon Prime first, and then who knows? We're gonna go from there and take on the world.
See, y'all niggas is always just so nonchalant. Yeah, we're gonna be hitting Amazon. That's a good move. Like for real talk. I mean, that I'm proud of when I see my people, take it to another level.
Thank you.
And it's always like I said. I watched the growth. I remember when you spoke about it, then to see it, and then to hear that you're gonna be on Amazon Prime. Like that's dope, man.
Thank you.
That's dope. That's dope.
And it's crazy though, being a guy from the DMV, and the worst criticism I kind of get right now is the first time somebody look at the trailer or see something from me, the first thing they think is gonna be gritty, low budget camera work or something like that. So it's like they be like, man, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I was expecting to see some old some cheesy stuff, and I'm like, damn, like y'all really y'all look at me and the first thing y'all think is low budget and cheesy, like. We literally shooting
You
with
know why?
6K resolution cameras. Yo.
You know the
Like,
crazy
real
thing
talk.
is that people they just trying to find a way to criticize, and we got to stop looking for a way to criticize and start just
Right.
congratulating.
The first thing, like a couple of
Mm.
people have, and it doesn't make me feel good when you say that. You know what I mean? Like
But
the first thing you think is, man, I'll be real with you. I was expecting to see some trash. I'm like, why would you think I'm putting out trash?
but let me tell you, this is how. But this is how some people are. So when I bought this camera, right?
Mhm.
The first time, I had a dude tell me, "Oh, well, you know what? I heard that camera wasn't no good."
Wow.
Now this camera shoots in 4K.
Right.
His camera shoots in 1080p.
Wow.
But he was like, "Yeah, but I heard that Canon ain't no good."
From
And
what? He ain't got the right lenses. It's so much to the
there
camera.
was he couldn't give me no reason. He just said, "I just heard." And then I was just like, "Okay, well, you do what you do." And he was like, and I do what I do. And he was like, "Well, this, and they can't even see 4K no way." And I was just like, now, I'm glad we had this conversation because do you really think I just bought the camera without doing my research? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, the first video I shot in 1080p versus the last video I shot in 10K, 4K,
Okay.
it was.
You got 10K. I need to be hard at you for my next movie.
But I was like, and I told him, I said, I can see the difference. The clarity is different.
Wait a minute.
And he was like, oh. I was like, yeah. I said, I understand what you're talking, but I know the difference. I didn't just wake up one morning and be like, I'm gonna buy a camera. I looked at the camera, I researched it, right, and I got what I needed.
And the biggest misconception about cameras, people think that it's all about just the body part. Like if you can have the right lenses, the right settings, all that stuff can change your whole clarity on your cameras.
Yeah.
And people think, oh, I got this brand camera, using that brand. Okay, I got Nike. But the whole time you don't have all the stuff to make it the best camera.
But that's the thing, like he was saying, because you shot the series, lenses make a big difference.
Big difference.
And the cheaper lens ain't gonna give you the same quality as the more expensive lens. Well, like I had a person that told me when I got my camera, oh, I'm not going. I'll never forget this. And the minute this female said it, my mind just was like, oh, we done. I wouldn't be spending all that money on that camera just trying to go broke. First of all, I ain't going broke. I ain't going broke, but if I get this, what is the purpose of spending? Like the camera by itself without the lens was $1,000. If you gonna spend that amount of money, then you gotta invest in it.
And on top of it, what made her try to count your dollars?
I don't know.
Like, really, like, you don't know where my money is. You don't know where my money coming from. You don't know what this. Having that camera is like having a pickup truck. It's always work
Yes.
with that camera. And the same thing with a pickup truck. As long as you got a pickup truck, you can always haul furniture, you can haul junk, it's always work. You think you see somebody with one of them Sanford and Son pickup trucks, trust and believe, they got some money in their pocket.
Yo,
You ain't broke with a pickup truck.
well, you know how real that is? My uncle, even in his and he in the hospital, salute to my uncle Tyrone, but when he ain't sick, he goes around just hauling stuff.
Right.
He makes money off of it.
And I mean, I've seen it. You know, I'm like.
So when you say you don't go broke with a pickup truck, that pickup truck that's outside is the old one. He got a new one. Like he just be hauling shit. He go around this whole parking lot just hauling stuff.
And the worst thing I've seen, and I don't know what it is about people that lack vision or want to control your vision.
Yeah.
But what I've learned over the years is you cannot allow somebody to dictate what you see. You cannot allow somebody that don't have your vision or your insight to try to deter you from what your goal is in life. You only live once. Follow your dreams. Keep pushing. If that don't work, keep pushing. Keep going. Like me personally, I don't feel like I'm living if I'm not striving for the next great thing. Like my whole goal is to be great. I want to be legendary. I want people to talk about me like the very first person that sliced bread when I die. That's my goal in life. Like, and it ain't just because of what I'm doing for people. I want people to recognize the genuine, unadulterated love that I have for making this world great in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if I'm gonna win a Nobel Peace Prize or whatever the case may be, but you know, I just want people to understand at the end of the day that I died trying to be a legend in some way, shape, or
Well, I think you doing a great job of planting seeds.
form. Thank you, man.
You manifest what you believe in, and then also just planting seeds in all these young men around here, and getting them opportunity to do something different. Like we ain't had them shit. We ain't had these opportunities growing up.
Oh no.
And I think it's a beautiful thing because one is we get rid of the stereotype that black people don't get along and don't grow with each other.
Right.
Because that's what people think. And when we show it, it's like it's so refreshing because people don't realize the strength of what black people can do. Like I said, for you to sit up here, create this, and then do this, and then have your son, as a black man, to have your sons involved, is beautiful. You have all young black men involved in the showing things and in the growing and the watch. And I know how meticulous you are to your craft.
Right.
I've watched you invest in people. I've watched you, provide opportunities for people, on a daily basis, and help take other people who we wouldn't even known about to another level. Right.
Hey, y'all gonna hear this first, man. I want to be the Black Adam Sandler.
Oh shit!
Y'all heard it first on At the Bar. I'm telling you, yo, like whoever rocking with me now, y'all gonna see them rocking with me 20 years from now in movies, man. Like real talk, like anybody that's willing to rock with me with nothing, you ain't never gotta worry about having something if I got it, man. Like that's on everything. That's on my mom. And a lot of people don't understand why I've been embracing my government name my mom gave me. My mom has gone to glory almost 3 years ago, and she named me Aaron. You know what I mean? And she used to hate Howie. She hated Howie. She hated it. Got on people at church, all that, this, that, and the other. And I think it's time I really start embracing Aaron. And from this point on, when it comes to my filming and everything, that's who I'll be. I'm Aaron Lawson, and that's who my mama wanted me to be, and that's who I'm gonna be. You know, Howie, that's my stage name. I'm not fully giving up on that name because I earned that name too in the streets. But yeah, but Aaron Lawson is my film production name. So,
All right,
that's in honor of my mom.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
All right, well let's we can get up out of here. We about to hit the second hour.
Oh wow, that
It's 2 hours.
Man, they say time fly when you having fun, man.
This is an easy show. If I had the other people here, it could easily be a 4-hour show.
Wow.
Yeah, last week we went 4 hours and I had to work in the morning. I was like, damn.
Man, I just want to give it up to you, Ro King, for just opening your doors
I appreciate
time and time
having us
again.
here.
Yeah. Got Jeremy in here, man. Antoine Evans, one of my stars, man. He's gonna be. I'm telling you, y'all, ladies. I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. If y'all ain't already here, y'all gonna be really. Y'all gonna be trying to jump on my boy. Jeremy right here. Oh my God. And Eric Bellamy and Keith Bellamy, man, y'all get ready for them. I'm trying to tell you, y'all think y'all like Power and y'all think y'all like Snowfall and all those good things. And don't get me wrong, those are some really great shows. But y'all ain't ready for this. I'm telling you, this story, this whole journey of Rise of the Golden Goons that's about to begin, coming in a couple of months, it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. That's why it's called Rise of the Golden Goons. So, on that note, at the bar, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Everybody that's watching in the world, definitely please go on YouTube. Type in Rise and Go to Goons. Check out the trailer. And get ready, man. Subscribe. Follow Instagram. Rise of the Golden Goons. Just that simple. And
so I'll tell you what we do.
prepared.
When you get the soundtrack ready,
Oh, yeah.
and they come back, you'll pick 3 artists, and they can perform the joints.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, y'all already know I got DZ Bars on the score.
Shout out to DZ Bars.
With M Primus Beats. I got Heroin. I got Fat Coogee. I got Big Smooth the General. I got Lady Love. I got Bishop King. I got Bills. I got
Bills is nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got what's his name? Paul. I can't think of his name right now. Just Paul. I got Just Paul.
Okay.
Man, I got some amazing DMV artists on this so far. Like I say, I'm still taking submissions. So if you haven't already submitted your
I might have to send a Renegade track to you.
please. mprimusbeats@gmail.com. I'm not in full control of the music that is being put on the series, so don't shoot me. I personally gave that to my sound man for I won't be in a situation where I'm biased and keeping it all HMG artists only and stuff like that. So I gotta give it up to my boy Simo with he sent me a joint called Flats. Check that joint out. Man, I got LC Stats. I got what's his name? Young Baldad.
Oh yeah. I remember Young Buck got more from the old shows and stuff.
Yeah. When I say I got some amazing people that work with me, amazing talent, stepped in. Man, all I can say is just watch it. That's it at this point, man. Watch it and watch what we bring to the table, man. You got Timon Lawson, you got Teron Lawson, you got Antoine Evans. Can't forget our shout out to Alan Muse who plays Smoke. Those are my 4 leading stars, man. Sorry he couldn't make it. He's in South Carolina right now. We got Sweets, played by Monet Fisher. We got Shanika, who plays Officer Robinson. Smokey the Kid, who plays Detective Lloyd. Man, oh my God, yo, I got something that's coming, man. That's way bigger than me, way bigger than me, way bigger than the DMV, way bigger. Just, oh my God, I got something coming for y'all. I realize I've got something coming for y'all that y'all gonna be really, really entertained about. Get prepared. Whenever y'all see that Global Square Productions, get prepared to be entertained.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, one, I would say this. Out of all these gentlemen in here, I'm proud of all y'all.
Proud of you too, man. Proud of
you know, I love a show where we can just sit and listen. You know, and everybody, told their stories, very articulate, and it's a great representation of black men doing good things. And like we don't see enough of stuff like this. To have everybody to be so articulate. Like we always, it's easy to bring a thug in here. It's a lot harder to bring somebody that has all these accolades in school, and has done this and has done this, and shows the different side of what people don't show. Because if you look on TV, they'll make us out to be nothing more than thugs, and they are fine actors. There's people with dreams, vision, and to see how multiple talent everybody is a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, don't think because these kids are getting honor roll and all that, they some suckers.
Nah.
Trust and believe. My kids with MMA, wrestling, fighting, all that. They with all that too. So don't get it twisted. Just because they smart, don't think they some chumps.
Nah, definitely
don't get it twisted at all.
Don't get choked out.
Oh yeah, shout out 20 Bello, man. Y'all gonna see him in season 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so
right.
Shout out 20 Bello as well, man. I seen him on my live, man. Shout out to him, man. Oh my goodness. You might see Rakim and you might see Renegade in season 2, man.
You never know.
Like I said, my doors are open, man. If you have an ounce of talent, mustard seed of talent, man. Let's work. That's how I feel. I'm never too big to work with somebody that really interested in doing something right.
Yeah, definitely. I love the attitude. You just want to see people win and and be good and great, and and you can help them take it to that great. So we about to end this joint. I'm gonna end this joint with a exclusive joint that Renegade probably don't want me to play, but he sent it to me, so I'm gonna play the shit anyway. This is what happens when you send your manager music and he has a podcast.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, I might end up having to use that Benny Hanna joint. I still be
we can still we can do that. We can do that.
Right
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah.
That joint in my playlist right now.
That shit was hot. We had Benny Hanna though.
Yeah, that's my joint, man. That joint is in my playlist.
You can definitely do that. Definitely.
Yeah. Like I say, man, I've always enjoyed good talent. Period.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody else to stamp somebody for me.
That's true.
I've never have, and since you didn't ask me,
my bad. What is your top 5?
My
your Mount World, yes.
Rappers. Alright, my top MC is Scarface.
Okay, definitely.
Scarface will always be my top MC. Juvenile. Busta Rhymes. I've always liked innovators. I always like people that stepped out and did their own thing. Eazy-E for not just being a rapper, but just being a 100% legend.
Yeah.
And last but not least, one of the rappers that really don't get the respect that he deserves, and he's on top of the world, Jay-Z. And that's how I feel.
Okay. Definitely. Can't go wrong with the Jigga, man. So I think that's Renegade's favorite is Jigga.
I mean, one thing about Jay-Z is he literally was told no by everybody.
Yeah.
And still did his thing. He beat out LL Cool J rap beefs and all that stuff, and they still was not trying to sign him. No record label was trying to sign this man. And now look at him.
Yeah,
I like underdog stories.
Definitely.
I love underdog stories.
Well, when you know the whole story about that, and like when they got with Priority, and then they wanted a bigger budget, so Priority wouldn't give it to him, and he told him no one would do it. And the next time the guy from Priority saw Jay-Z, he threw up 2 fingers. He thought he was giving him a peace sign. He said, "Nah, that was the amount of money that they signed him for." Yep. You know,
crazy, man.
so it his grind and his struggle to where he at now. Like, you know, when I remember Jay-Z was rhyming Hawaiian Sophie.
Yeah.
And you know they did the originators and stuff. Yeah.
With Jazz, I literally just was watching. Like my kids will tell you, we do Uber Eats and stuff together just to get them some work ethic or whatever. I do it with them, and I've been listening to Jay-Z pretty heavy lately or whatever. I don't know why I've been really on to his music or whatever, but it's just something about this been bringing back to me that I want to get more educated on some of his business aspects. On
Definitely.
how he started and how he sustained all these years, you know, in the rap game or whatever. But right now, I've been really, really listening to Aloe Black. And, you know, he's an acquired taste, but he's very, very inspirational to me.
All right, cool. Nothing wrong with that.
Definitely. So, like I said, the last thing, man, hope y'all tune in, follow, subscribe at the bar.
Definitely.
Also follow and subscribe. Rise of the Golden Goons channel, Global Square Productions. We just birthing it, so bear with me. More content coming. And love y'all, man. Definitely get ready for some great stuff. And see more of my boy right here.
Definitely.
Antoine Evans. It's Jeremy. Oh man, he about to be a whole slut. He don't even know.
Ah, shit. Yo, definitely, support all these young men. Support all their IG channels. Go follow them. They're all doing great things, and you know, support the music and support the movement, man. Like real talk. Let me play this up.
Yeah. Alright.
Hey, Tuna, you made this?
I'm all alone. I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, trying to figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no wine with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm all alone. I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, trying to figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no wine with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act Gilligan on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always trippin'. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimpin'. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on some no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no wine with that chit chat. I'm on the road, Cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm alone, I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, trying to figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know I ain't with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back.
He got this one verse that got like, cause people love to see you fail, just be aware of it. Don't let nobody tell you how to be or write your narrative. Look, we're all products of the things that we experience, but there's a big difference between confidence and arrogance. You hearing this?
Damn.
Yeah.
I love you.
Know why you do that shit. Just told my shorty that I need me a rollie. You talking too much, then you can't be my homie. At the top end, it's been getting lonely. I'm about to pop in, get me a 40. About to stretch all this work. Got me just feeling like Tony. I'm about to take it to the dirt. These pussy ass niggas can't hold me. Told my shorty that I need me a rollie. You talking too much, then you can't be my homie. At the top end, it's been getting lonely. I'm about to pop in, get me a 40. About to stretch all this work. Got me just feeling like Tony. I'm about to take it to the dirt. These pussy ass niggas can't hold me. Used to get it with a triple beam, phase B, watching, got a different scheme. I ain't never changed, you got a different team. I was never joking, I don't stress the means. How I like my pussy, crystal clean. The way I ball, call me Mr. Clean. My niggas real, you get hit for free. Dishing this shit off like Pistol Pete. Pancake, I used to flip the streets from robbing cars, shipping fees. What else to do, get it by any means. Fam struggling, so you hustling. And ain't nothing really in between. Before you talk, let me intervene. Director's cut, we delete the scene. You ain't winning, dog, until you feed the team. I've been feeling like a boss in it. I done pay my dues and put my cost in it. They been pissed off, I be authentic. Shawty fuck with me, act like she off limits. If this one, let me put my cock in it. How I kill the pussy, need some chalk with it. If it get me a milli, I park in it. She gon' love me more when I just start spending. Put my log in, I bet she start trending. Fuck with me and I bet that she start winning. Call her Niagara cause I just fall in it. Expensive text like I got ball tickets. Need a dental plan, how I'm flossing. All on my own like I am my office. In this department, don't become a target. Go against me, then you might as well forfeit. Just told my shorty that I need me a rollie. You talking too much, then you can't be my homie. At the top end, it's been getting lonely. I'm about to pop in, get me a 40. About to stretch all this work. Got me just feeling like Tony. I'm about to take it to the dirt. These pussy ass niggas can't hold me. Told my shorty that I need me a rollie. You talking too much, then you can't be my homie. At the top end, it's been getting lonely. I'm about to pop in, get me a 40. About to stretch all this work. Got me just feeling like Tony. I'm about to take it to the dirt. These pussy ass niggas can't hold me. I ain't the truth, I make you believe it. Paranoid, so I tuck in my heater. Grandma told me that you gotta be a leader. Cause everybody gon' be fighting the demons. Stick to the code and follow procedures. Swallow your pride, it's just by the leader. Walk with a smile, it's getting wild. Cause they gon' try to ruin your evening. They getting offended cause I'm on the defense. And me falling off, homie you reaching. Be what you bout, live what you teaching. All of that doubt is what I'm not needing. You really ain't winning, your homies ain't eating. They talking about beefing, I'm getting the cleaver. I've been in this game and I'm high off the meter. I'm Dennis the Menace, I leave it to Beaver. Forget all your problems by swiping this visa. If I lost it all, then I'm back on the re-up. The police be checking, I'm fresh out the cleanest. Cause I got these stripes and I need no Adidas. Sick with it like I just got me a fever. I roll with these dogs and you calling on Peter.
I love you, Poppy.
No